My name is Max from Boxel, and in this video I would like to present a possible solution for BP's oil leak problem. The reason why I'm posting this idea on YouTube instead of sending it to BP is simple. Network theory states that every person in the world is randomly connected to another person in less than 5 ties. If this is correct, it means that in theory my video is potentially only 5 steps away from being evaluated by a BP engineer. YouTube's ability to share knowledge amongst people is unheard of, and I highly doubt that BP's bureaucracy is able to beat that. So apart from this being a technical experiment, it's a social experiment as well. That being said, let's discuss the invention itself and the circumstances that surround this thing. In order to do so, I'm going to turn the camera towards the computer. I have prepared a video and technical drawings, so you will be better able to follow what I'm talking about. So give me a moment to set it up. Because I was not able to find any detailed technical information stating the exact condition and angle of the pipeline, the constructed idea is extrapolated from the input given to me by the BP on the water camera. The image shows a horizontal pipe of approximately 30 centimeters in diameter with oil and gas flowing out of it under pressure. Furthermore, for what I've seen, the machinery used at those depths can only carry out relatively basic tasks. So these are the conditions that my device will have to overcome in order to seal the pipe. Now let's go to the drawings. I would like to give a global picture of what is happening before delving any deeper into the technical details on how this is being achieved. So the machine itself consists out of 3 major elements: the anchor, the cone, and the screw thread that runs through them. In this picture we can see the different stages of the device. We can see over here that the anchor is folded, that the anchor is deployed, that the cone is defolded, and that the cone is folded. Now let's clear this up by putting the device into a pipe. Oh, come on. Yep. The first step would be to slide a folded anchor into the pipe. The folded anchor will be able to effectively penetrate the pipe and pierce through the current. The anchor has the capacity to fold and unfold. We can see the anchor here in a folded position, and this is the unfolded position. So once it's put into place, the anchor deploys and attaches itself onto the pipe. The anchor gets its strength from pushing itself off against the sidewalls of the pipe and bedding itself into the middle. At this point, once the anchor is sealed, at this point a cone is inserted into the pipe. It's being pushed towards the anchor, this direction. It's being pushed. Now this material over here is rubber and therefore is flexible. So once the cone meets the end or the base of the anchor, the only thing that can still move is the flexible rubber embedding in the middle, sealing off the pipe. If this does not work eventually, or more sealing is needed, you can simply put more cones at the back. So this is how it seals out the pipe, and this is with multiple cones at the back. Now this is the global picture. Now let's look at how this can be technically achieved. Both the anchor and the cone are being controlled by a screw thread that runs through the heart of both elements. You can see it runs through the anchor and it runs through the cones. However, the anchor and cone use a screw thread in different ways. In order to fold and unfold, so this is the folded position, this is the unfold position, same as here. The anchor uses a bolt with a left thread and a right thread. We zoom in on the bolt. We can see the top one has a left thread while the bottom one has a right thread. Of course, the screw thread itself is inverted as well. So this is normal screw thread. This part down here is inverted screw thread. So in order to in order to be able to open the anchor more efficiently, it has scoops. You can see the scoops over here. These scoops help to create resistance, so the anchor won't be able to follow the quick turns made by the screw thread. Its increased resistance will help open the anchor faster. Now, then we go to the anchor plates. These are the anchor plates. The anchor plates that rest against the inside of the pipe should consist out of a similar round shape, ensuring the most friction for a secure grip. You can see it over here. They have the round shape. To enhance the grip, one could attach little industrial diamonds to the plates. These diamonds will press dimples into the plates for extra support. These diamonds must be placed on the plates over here. One more thing about the screw thread. The screw thread that must be used must be very fine of nature. A fine screw thread is extremely strong and can generate tremendous force, so that's an important note. Alright, let's move on to the cone. The cone is made out of 4 components. The first category of components are the 3 metal rings that absorb the forces when the cone is being pressed together. We can see those rings over here. The second component is the cone-shaped tip. A cone shape was chosen because it will be easier to slide it into the tube, and in addition it will gradually build up the friction with the oil flowing out of the pipeline, preventing a too abrupt sealing that could result in unintended side effects. The holes inside of the rings don't have thread in them. They're without thread. So basically this device slides over the screw thread. The only thing that propels this device is a bolt on top, and that's the last component. But before we start talking about that component, we have the rubber layer in between that is able to expand and seal the pipe. So let's go to the bolt. The bolt consists out of 3 layers. At the deepest level there's a ball thrust bearing. This is the ball thrust bearing. The ball thrust bearing needs to be used instead of a normal ball bearing, because a ball thrust bearing can deal with a lot more stress than a normal ball bearing. On top of the ball bearing, the bolt with the thread is being attached. So this is being attached to the plate. This top part of the ball thrust bearing is being attached to the bolt. And you seal everything by putting a cylinder on top. So this is a general idea. Good. I made my contribution by making this video. You can make your contribution by sending this link to someone that you might think has connections with BP. I will post my email address in the side notes. And of course, thank you for watching this video. Bye.